How ready is South Africa to migrate from analog to digital television?
Well, let's say we're laying the conditions for us to be ready. We are convinced that we will meet the deadline of 2013, December 2013. We've got a number of streams of work that are coming together, and we think by April 1st, when we actually launch the digital signal, we would be well into setting the kind of conditions that would take us into this new digital experience. So we're convinced that we will meet the deadline.
And what are the economic implications of this, especially for the South African viewer?
Well, I think the first thing is the question of the cost of the box, the decoder that has to be. And our estimates are that it's 700 rands. We are going to sponsor as government 2/3 of that for the families that would support, and there are about 5 million set-top boxes that would go to households in the country. We're going to get a consortium of manufacturers that must come to the party to produce these boxes. And by February next year, we should be resolved on that one, and that would take us forward into the program.
What are the technical challenges that state-owned entities like Centec will face in achieving this goal?
I think Centec is pretty well ahead with its implementation and plans. We said by April next year, Centec must at least cover 75% of the networks in the country must already be digitized. We know that already Centec has completed 60% of this network and has digitized it. By February next year, they hope to reach the 74% target.
With digital television, the amount of channels available to the South African viewer will increase dramatically. What will this mean in terms of boosting the local television industry in South Africa?
I think the most exciting thing about this is that you're going to get a multi-channel viewing experience, from just having 3 channels available to you to maybe something like 15 or 18 channels. And you're going to get regional television in it, you're going to get community television in it. And one of the things about having so many channels is that you've got to have content for it. And we can't be seen to be just buying external content produced in America and Europe. We have to produce the local content. So there's a complete opportunity here for the creative content industry in South Africa to come to the forefront. So we must get many more Isidingos, many more sort of local productions that bring the flavor of South African life and the cosmopolitan nature of the character of South Africa into the viewing screens and show it to our people. It's an exciting time. That's why we say we think in April we're going to start beginning to move into this new digital revolution.
The President has highlighted job creation and rural development as among the key priorities of government. What is the potential that exists within the ICT sector of helping to achieve these national priorities?
Well, you know, we're very encouraged. We're very encouraged by the fact that the leaders of the ICT industry have made a compact with us and have committed to the creation of 1 million jobs by 2020. And 1 million out of a target that government has set for 5 million, which means that the industry leaders believe that they can do it. Otherwise, they would not have signed this compact. So they have assumed the responsibility, they've risen up to the call of the President, and they're prepared to work collaboratively, working together to achieve the targets that the President has called for.
How are your plans developing with regards to creating strategic partnerships with the private sector in order to realize a common vision for the South African ICT industry?
Well, we're very encouraged. We're very encouraged because we've been able to get a fruitful and positive dialogue with the business community. We're getting a fruitful and positive dialogue with civil society. We're now talking with the trade union movement, and we're getting a positive sort of response from this. So across the board, there's a convergence of minds. And everybody is saying that the sector, ICT sector, can be built into a very competitive, vibrant sector by 2020 that could have a high road market cap of about 250 billion rands in our estimation.
What is the Ministry's plans with regards to the rollout of broadband in South Africa?
Well, the Ministry's plans are very clear. The Ministry wants to achieve 100% broadband universal access by 2020.
The South African viewer, what is it going to mean in terms of how they will be benefiting from the crossover from analog to digital?
Well, I think that's the, as I said, the great thing is that you're going to get this new viewing experience. If we can get internet in all the homes, or let's say when we get internet in all the homes, children will start growing up and connecting to the world much more faster in their schools, in their clinics, in their homes, and it's going to be a completely new revolution in their minds.
Cabinet has adopted the preferred standard of DVB-T2 and agreed to December 2013 as a switch-off date.
It's very, very achievable. It's a commitment that the world has taken. The SADC countries as a combined part of the African continent has set the date for 2013, and we as part of that consortium of countries have agreed to do it. It's very achievable, and we're driving full steam ahead to try and get this thing done in the time that we've set ourselves.